So Arkansas at 16th ranked Alabama in an SEC matchup today in the last day of the regular season. And Bama still playing for that double bye. A double bye on the line for Bama as we kick off the final Saturday of the regular season in the SEC. Arkansas starting at 17th different lineup in this one today. Grant Nelson getting his touch for Alabama. He's been having foul trouble. Didn't finish the Florida game, which was the second consecutive loss for the Crimson Tide. Here at home a week ago against Tennessee with game day here and then in Gainesville. And the shot clock gets late early into the hands of Sears. Shared to Nelson with two, and it's blocked. And
in midweek and put 94 on LSU. Arkansas and Alabama scoring at a high clip right now. This game could get into the hundreds.
Here's Lawson inside on Nelson and reverses it in. Chandler Lawson gets tied up with 4 and loses the basketball. Stolen right back by El Ellis and a push ahead for the Razorbacks. A run in and a foul early on Nelson, who was fouled out of 6 games in his Arkansas postseason regulars the first 4.
No doubt. And do they have the defensive guy has won at every step along the way? CBA, USBL, 3 times in the NBA.
That's
as
a
head
lot
coach.
Yes. A lot of alphabet soup there.
Absolutely it is.
Nelson with the drive. Shuffled it off to Pringle and got a nice touch inside.
Tom, he's a key guy for Alabama.
Here's Mark. His low floater's off the rim, but a follow jam by Trevin Brazile.
In the fight for the SEC title.
Brazile the steal. Nelson, smart not to foul, goes into the second row. And buddies on spring break, not just the Alabama students, but locally, public schools are on spring break, and it's a little bit quiet here early on. We haven't seen a scoring tear like this, and it started
34 at Kentucky last Saturday and only made 1
playing rotation for Eric Musman over the course of this season. He said he finally picked up our defensive concepts that's earned him more playing time. His scoring is going to be what keeps him there, and a foul from Chandler Lawson on the Bama drive.
Tom, think about this 2 points, but that's the rip this guy is on right now offensively.
Darren, how he's come on late in the season. Stevenson knocks down both Alabama team here early on. And a wild shot from Battle, but he's able to collect it. Arkansas scoring 77 points a game. They put up 94 in the win against LSU. Mekhi Mitchell, he could have a big game today.
Arkansas, their second best offense is those bigs rolling out of it and making plays.
Walters from the corner skips off, but Nelson cleans. Here's Battle. No whistle on his drive, and he steals it right back. He'll launch from deep, and he buries the corner 3.
Buries a 3, says something the Alabama bench about it. Man, can he...
Battle to Mitchell. Mitchell's been on quite a run over the last 3 weeks or so. Gets it back on the pick and roll, and he finishes.
That side ball screen act.
And Nelson the rebound.
Alabama scoring 127 points per 100 possessions, the best in college basketball by quite a distance.
Right, so trying to get him going.
He is maybe Nate Oates' best 3-point shooter he's ever had at Alabama. That's how true and good he is as a catch-and-shoot specialist.
Ellis down the lane.
And where is the Alabama defense? I mean, one pass. We have a league full of outstanding SIDs, and Mike Kaywood leads the charge.
There's Sears in the corner for his first field goal.
It wins the game. It's crazy the amount of points you can have to your advantage or drag to your advantage in those situations.
Jeremiah Davenport, fresh into the game, buries the 3.
Passing ball hawk defender against one of the better offensive guards in the country in Mark Sears. A tremendous matchup between 4 and 1.
Pringle with the drive, missed the layup. Bama gets the offensive board, and Nelson is fouled and will go to the free throw line.
Grant Nelson has grown.
Grant Nelson, preseason first team, all conference. Pick second team, third team, or not at all, have ascended to be among the best in.
Play with a chip, and the coaches do a good job of reminding them no one thought anything about you in this league. And Well, that's some great fuel to drive you to ultimate success in a season, individually or as a team.
Battle working on Reitzel, used every bit of the rim. Just trying to get to the rim, and he left it short and didn't get the whistle. Battle finds Mitchell on the run, and he draws the foul. Aaron Estrada charged with a foul, not happy. 2 shots coming on the Arkansas game. Arkansas is second in the country in both
the regular season title. That has been taken away from them. And they're coming off of back-to-back losses, and he was concerned about his team mentally more than physically.
Opponents have scored 91 points a game.
8 minutes by the end of the game. Wearing down just a little bit.
Loose ball, and it's corralled by Arkansas. To your point, Sears, I think they would have liked to have gotten him some rest in that blowout loss Tuesday, but he was just too hot. He finished with 33. Tremont Mark hangs and hits.
What
tough shot.
Tough shot by a left-handed kid. That empty corner's open. Sears opens up his hips, and Mark says, thank you very much. Where's the transition defense by Arkansas? Right back at you.
Was off the mark. Arkansas has started this game red hot, 63%. They made 10 of 16. Pushed by Ellis in a finish, and that hot start continues for the Hogs.
Good offensive step by Arkansas. A horn series up top to open up the lane, playing like the lane's on fire. Allows Ellis to get inside with his spin move.
Pringle off balance, earns a whistle. Lane violation on the second of his 2 free throws moments ago.
Your misses, Tom, should be either long. Couldn't miss the board.
Shouldn't. Here's Ellis. And now Brazil back on the game, got his contact knocked out, which caused him to leave the game earlier. Davis, beautiful pass to Mark, and he pops it in from the baseline. Davis behind the back to Lawson, and it's rejected. Sensational effort by Mohamed Diabate. And now a 3 off the mark from Cosby. Bama gets it back. Here's Diabate. Jam.
Diabate's got a future, and we've talked about how Alabama has shown him a lot of Draymond Green film in terms of being just an overall player. For the first time, Coleman's starting to come into effect.
Brazil with the pull-up mid-range jumper.
Ooh.
Man.
I haven't seen that a lot from him this year. More of a stationary catch guy and fly around the rim, but really nice to win the elbow and win the release up top.
An answer from Stevenson.
Who's on the floor and who am I covering?
Ellis able to drive past Stevenson, and he sneaks it in.
Good pin by Stevenson.
Can Bama turn it into a bucket? Davis, the interception, pushes it ahead, and it's rolled home by Ellis. Arkansas has...
It's here, Estrada, either one. And Arkansas's guards defensively, multiple guys, Ellis, Devo Davis, Tremont Mark, they have all done a good job on one in red so far in this game.
This is the first game in a busy slate in the SEC, and a lot of...
Absolute brawl to the finish. All next week in Bridgestone Arena. 10. North Carolina leads that scenario 25 and faster than anybody else in college basketball. And they score such a high percentage in the first 10 seconds of the shot clock. One of the top 3 teams in the country. There you go.
Sears is the catalyst. The leading scorer in the league has his second triple.
Yeah, he was
State at a Muscle Shoals High School. And a year at Hargrave, 2 years in the MAC with Ohio. Devo Davis, nothing doing. Brazil with the tip.
To get to the rim, but it all starts with a paint touch, and Arkansas defensively just fighting and doing a good job of keeping it out of the paint on every possession.
Bama leads the nation in scoring, 91 points a game. There's Reitzel with a paint touch in the score.
To my point, Davis is about 20% better off of catch and shoot threes than he is off the bounce. Watch out.
To Sears, got it.
Can't get hung up in traffic.
Reitzel beats Battle and spins it in.
Timeout, Arkansas, no doubt. The paint touch of Alabama. He's getting no help right now from his running buddy Aaron Estrada, held scoreless in this game. Sears good enough to carry that load.
Turnovers were a major issue for Alabama early. They had 7 makes and 7 turnovers. But still hasn't done anything in this game. He usually gives them 13.5 a contest. And he nearly turned it over. Here's Sears now. And a whistle will be charged to Mark, I believe.
Coach, you want the right official making the right call, and when a guy
helping as much as she can.
The cookie jar. Put your hand in the cookie jar. It's working.
Battle late in the shot clock. Went through 3 defenders, and he got the whistle.
Just fight his way to the free throw line.
And he 27 for his last 28.
He's on a stretch right now. The kind of heater that he's been on, right, the last couple of weeks.
He does not lack for confidence.
What would your number have been if you went with that theory when you played?
99 is the largest number you can put on a jersey, so that would probably be the answer.
You can only hold Sears down so long.
Sears leading scorer with 11 for Bama. They're on their feet at Coleman.
Tom, on the road, you've got to take the last shot this half if you're Arkansas. You cannot turn it over, and you cannot shoot it too quick. At worst, you go into half up 6.
Ellis downhill with the left. No. Nelson got it in a heave at the buzzer. Oh, wow, that was closer than expected. Bama was ice cold early, but the Crimson Tide
51% in the first half. Arkansas shot 60% from the two-point part of the floor. And had Alabama not blocked 6 shots, that number would have been even higher. Man, the Tide has to tighten up this end of the floor in the second half.
Arkansas got a lot of mid-range jumpers to go. And a foul 3. Nelson's second personal, and that's going to put each game. And he was 1 for 13. Over a little stretch
in the SEC this year.
Think about it, he got 18.
About Sears. It may be delayed action for him. Yep. There it is. Good job by Ellis to cover it up.
Ellis had to fight through another screen to get to him. Sears left it under the rim. Pringle. And fouled on the putback. He started the first 6 games of who sees those minutes dwindle. Don't give up. Don't quit. You'll have. And here's Estrada now. Estrada behind Pringle. Nelson with a little nifty move.
A big play.
Razorbacks haven't scored this half. Reminder, Arkansas in the white uniforms on the road. Bama wearing its crimson here on Senior Day, and a throw-in buck. Loose ball. Here's Bama now with Estrada leading the way. Reitzel sidestep 3. Got it! Mismatch with Sears. Battle for 3. But despite the fouls, Alabama survives that defensive possession. Reitzel. Got another!
Of course.
No battle on the floor right now for the Hogs. Mitchell spins and draws a whistle for Muhammad Wagee, his second.
That's exactly what you
was. Mitchell makes the first.
Corner. And you got to hit him. You can't let this guy, if you're Alabama, just took us a while to get there, but another intense battle in the SEC on the last day of regular season play.
Estrada gets turned around. Went around Pringle and lays it in for his first bucket of the game.
And a good job by Pringle to stay off the rim and stay off the ball.
And a whistle and a hold in the backcourt on Reitzel. He and the rest of the Crimson Tide bench have to be really careful because they're running hot right now. Evo Davis, big free throw, has earned another. Now tricked into a couple of them with Mitchell's effort. Davis another. Through the lane. Here's Walters, the freshman. And corralled by the Hogs. Davenport. Boy, that was an early 3, and he made him pay. Applies for Sainthood for putting up with you for that long, right?
He does.
Sears left it short. This is the best. Here's a push by the Hogs. Mitchell gave it up. And Mark is able to draw the whistle. Surprised Makhi Mitchell wouldn't go back up with it. Line, Arkansas, second half, just 2 for 12 shooting. But
on the afternoon so far, make it 15. And they make life tough in the SEC on the road right now.
Here's Walters having a hard time finding that deep stroke, so he goes to the free throw line.
Out of the lane.
89 miles from Talladega. Is that why you were thinking that? 3 have come from behind the arc. 1 and 2 from the
state out west in the Mountain West, Grand Canyon and the WAC. They can all wrap up a regular season title. And those have more value in my eyes than the conference tournament because you've had to do it over a 16, 17, 18 game grind. Wow,
Davenport with a left-handed finish.
Another example of Arkansas opening up a lane. Eric Musselman allowed his guards to get in the lane and have room to spin.
They're going to count it, and Sears finishes the drive and has a chance for a three-point play. His stands.
That's something that has never been below 500 as a head coach in all of his years.
Sears for 3. Pardon me, that's a 2. We're going to look at it. Next stoppage, he's got 18 now.
And he is good running to his.
It again. Bama down 5. Here's Sears. To Estrada, to Walters for the drive, and he lays it in. This kid never shoots twos. And he's needed that today as he's gone cold from deep. Sears draws contact, and there's the whistle. Jimmy, right or wrong, sometimes officials will.
Has multiple ways. His mom again. You didn't hear it. Put your hand.
And he must have eaten a lot of cookies as a kid.
Yeah.
Arkansas would get, well, force 3 goes back.
Set up to have some tremendous success in that NCAA tournament.
Sears off the curl, probes his way in, and will take a trip to the free throw line. And Alabama honors its seniors, and one of those they were honoring today behind the Alabama bench. And the program, the rest of the seniors will look to continue what has been a tremendous run under Nate Oates. Mark, no. Mitchell is there, and he banks it in.
How good has Makhi Mitchell been in this second? Eric Musselman's not afraid to go isolation ball to close out a game.
Mitchell guarded by Nelson, who's in foul trouble. Then right after him.
And which Mitchell does.
Pringle touch to Sears. Nelson is at a real disadvantage on the defensive end, playing with 4. His little jump hook helps up on the offensive end.
Pretty good off the bounce, huh, for a 6'10 kid.
This is the 3. Felt like Battle had the itch to shoot. Estrada to the baseline and banks it in.
Yeah, no defense at all by Tremont Mark.
See if Pringle lurks, and with him coming, it's turned over. Saved by Estrada.
Kind of like Santi Vescovi as a small defender on the inside, though, has good hands.
Nobody stops Estrada again. No advantage there. Devo Davis. Shot clock at 9. Battle's got range. Fires his way through and puts it off the window.
Going right. I talked about in the first half.
Today, last game regular season.
Eric Musselman all over the officials, allowing his assistants right now to make the play calls.
Battle to Mitchell. Into Sears. Block and foul on Mark Sears. Musselman is an 80% free throw shooter.
Can they figure a way out to win the game?
With part of that, Jimmy, is they're less than 50% at the rim. And that is a bad number for an Alabama team that lives behind the arc and at the rim. Nelson for 3. That's the play that Nate Oates wanted earlier.
And it all started with that
one possession game, but Alabama has not been able to close it any closer. Nelson's got 4. Mitchell hard into him. Great defense. And the reverse goes. 15 for Makhi Mitchell.
I talked about Muss trying to close the game out with Battle and Mitchell. He's not going to get away from it. He thinks like an NBA coach.
Rejected by Mitchell. He was an NBA coach for a long time, and now Above 500 every season as a college coach. He has been automatic.
I can't think of a better statement to sum that up than Zach Edey, I think his last week said about his point guard. If Braden Smith is not an All-American, leave me off that list as well. And that's where those are special, just togetherness type stuff that you have to have if you're a serious contender in March.
Reitzel Jr. buries the three when Alabama needed it.
Yeah, Ellis fell down, slipped, no matter what it is. Reitzel makes him pay. Another unbelievable atmosphere in this league.
Hogs have made 4 of their last 5. Devo Davis. Here's Ellis. Brazil goes after Nelson. Nice touch.
Tom, how good has he been? This is the best version of Brazil I've seen all year. Not just being a finesse three-point shooter. He's driven the ball, elbow, plays around the rim.
Sears blocked by Brazil, who missed 7 games with a knee injury. He has come back in a strong way.
Very difficult.
Reitzel all alone. And Pringle tracks it down. Sears? No. And maybe, to your point earlier, Alabama's undoing as well as they played, despite not shooting well from deep, just 6 of 25 from 3.
Eric Musselman will not overpass the ball in these possessions. Keep it in your trusted guard's hands and ultimately make a play.
Here's Devo Davis for 3. An air ball saved by Brazil. Shot clock running out and a shot clock violation. Here's Estrada. Now Sears into Davis. Nelson for 3. Big one. The supporting cast has stepped up. Right
in. Alabama again trying to hang in the fight to be a 2 seed next week in Nashville. Very important 50 seconds left.
Bama needs a stop. Arkansas will run some clock. Battle leading the way with 18 points for the Hogs. Ball in his hands. They leave him alone. He goes after Nelson. Finds Mitchell. And the dunk is missed. The window's still open for Bama. Estrada with 30 seconds left. Turns around. Hands it off. And out into the hands of Sears. Reitzel Jr. Step back 3. We are tied. Shot clock off.
You're going to try to get Battle at least to the foul line right now if you're Musselman.
He's working on Reitzel. Shot clock, game clock is now at 5. He's waiting. Musselman says go. It's a 3 for the lead, and it's off the mark. We got overtime in front of us.
Was not in love with that last possession by Arkansas season and a preview of next week. An absolute bare knuckle, knockdown, drag out situation, it seems, every time in this league.
Brazil stole the tip. Razorbacks get the first possession. Brazil to the free throw line is blocked, and Nelson ends up with it. Nelson is playing with 4. Sears is playing with 3.
Just got out of his way and let him play, right?
Dump down Pringle from point blank, and there's the whistle on Mitchell. Sears is guarding Battle. Ellis looking inside. He's got Reitzel on Mitchell. Shot clock at 5. Battle penetrates, got a bump. Mitchell finishes this one with authority. And will inbounds it. Here's Walters in the corner. He's covered up. Back to Estrada. The lefty goes to his right. On a finish. Walters for 3. Got it! He hadn't made a 3 in 5 games.
I'm a big fan of that kid going forward. I mean, he's got guts.
Tremont Mark gets a bump from Nelson. If it is indeed on Nelson, he'll be done.
Leading teams in the country, and it's those rifle passes from Estrada and Sears.
Pringle will initiate the offense. Nelson for three. Well, that would have been huge. Walters fights for it. And another two for the youngster. Puts it back up and in.
This play, Walters leads that charge in this league this year.
Mark working on Nelson, who's got four. Ellis with the drive. Shares it. Wow. Mitchell off the window.
What a good find. Yeah, where was the rotation down defensively on the weak side of the floor?
Tied at 80. We approach a 2-minute mark in overtime. Here's Estrada. Did not have a great first half shooting, so he drives this one, and now he's got a
secondary defender to choke off the drive.
Mark into Nelson. Didn't get the whistle. Nelson the takeaway. Here's Sears, hesitates, and gets to the rim.
That good. All led by Jamal Shead, who can absolutely guard the ball, which Alabama has to do right now with 1:30 to go.
Battle drives on Nelson, gets tied up and will go to the line. Battle is a grad student from Hillside, New Jersey. And he's shooting with confidence. Sears guarded by Devo Davis.
Remember, Sears is All-American going left. He's All-Conference going right. Take away that left paw if you're Arkansas.
Reitzel pulls it back out. Now he lobs. Wow, what a finish! Pringle with the jam. 4-point Bama lead.
Tom, what a find. Arkansas just completely forgot about Pringle.
Mitchell wants it. Battle drives, and he kisses it in.
Good stack action by Arkansas to come right back at it and keep game pressure on.
Reitzel trying to find some space. It feels like everybody on the floor for Bama right now is an offensive threat. Nation's best scoring team. Reitzel behind Pringle. They do a little dance into the paint, and the floater is good. 20 for Reitzel. Lead back to 4. Shot clock is off. Here's Battle. Contested 3 is off the mark. Nelson has it. Now Reitzel and Hogs need to foul. Hogs don't stop the clock. Ellis with the steal from behind with 13.8 left after the first.
That's for a steal and a trap. And then the foul has to occur.
Stripped away on the baseline. Alabama coming. Yet despite that, wow, big one. 12 seconds left, down 5. Tremont Mark's got to hurry. The 3 is good. It's a 2-point game. 8 seconds remaining in overtime and a stoppage. I don't think the clock was right. And I don't know if this chaos,
it's a second cut, not the first cut to get open. Where's your second cut come from? They don't get it.
It's touched in bounds, and now Walters ahead. He'll take it in for the jam. And an exclamation point with a 4-point lead. 3.4 to play. Battle will get another shot before the buzzer. It's off the mark, and what a game by Alabama. Crimson Tide did not lead until overtime. They put 92 on the board in a 4-point win.
To dig down deep, and not only does Alabama get it in, Arkansas doesn't foul, and it's just easy money for Walters to finish this thing off. I thought Alabama was possibly mentally tired, physically tired, and they answered in the second half led by Sears.